Hey friend, Patrick Engasser here, your Blind Spot Business Navigator. And if you're not already a member of our tribe, I'd love for you to smash that subscribe button so you get notified every time I put up a video. So today I want to talk about New Year's resolutions. We've all made them, right? We've all dropped the ball on them, at least, maybe I'm the only one, but I'm pretty sure that according to statistics, 91% of Americans don't follow through on their New Year's resolutions, and the overwhelming majority of those are gone, forgotten, kicked to the curb prior to March 1st. By the time the calendar turns to spring, those have already been thrown away. Why do people not follow through on their New Year's resolutions? There's a lot of reasons, but the biggest one is most people have trouble setting long-term goals. I'm pretty confident saying that whatever you planned to do yesterday that was on your to-do list, you probably were able to cross it off and get it done. Most days you're able to get the simple things done because you have a very strict deadline. It's a short-term goal. Your brain knows it's realistic because you did something similar yesterday. You can get it done. Why are long-term goals so difficult? Because your brain doesn't really know if it's realistic or not, that a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, this is where you want to be in life. It's a big goal, it seems like a big challenge, and it's very easy to put off until starting off until tomorrow. And what is tomorrow? Tomorrow's a disease that'll take your dreams to the grave with you. You've heard that one before. It is true. If you let tomorrow turn into tomorrow, it's just a proverbial football that keeps getting punted downfield. We don't want that to be the case. So I'm going to give you a way that I guarantee will work. If you're serious about your long-term goals, this will, number one, add rocket fuel to them, but number two, give you a formula of exactly how to hit them. So I talk about them as setting elephant goals. What does that mean? You've heard the saying, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. I'm not suggesting we're going to eat elephants. I like elephants, and it doesn't sound too appetizing. So we're not going to eat any elephants, but the idea is the same. The concept for hitting your long-term goals is set big goals. Elephants are very large, and you're not going to eat an elephant if you were to do that in a day or even a couple of days. You're going to eat it one small bite at a time, and that's how you're going to get to your large elephant goal. Big goals, elephant goals, are really, really great because if you set a big goal, you're usually going to be more inspired if it's a challenging goal to reach that. If it's something that will change your life. I'll use an example. I have a friend of mine who I've coached to lose over 100 pounds in a year, in less than a year actually, but the goal was a year. So over 52 weeks, 12 months, he was going to lose 100 pounds and never find it. And he's done just that. How was he able to do it? Because he broke it down by the week and then broke it up even smaller than that by the day. I would encourage you to not even look at monthly goals or weekly goals, but break them down, reduce them to the ridiculous, and look at it from a daily perspective if you can break it down that small. And with most goals you can. So with him, 100 pounds divided by 52 weeks, he was looking at 1.91 pounds per week, which is just under 2, right? Just under 2 pounds per week. That seemed reasonable. 100 pounds, that's crazy. Just under 2 pounds a week, I can do that. Then we broke it down by day. And if you take 1,600 ounces, which is what 100 pounds is, divided by 365 days, it was 4.4, just under 4.4 ounces a day. I can do that. That's a very small goal. So you start to focus on the daily goal, and the daily goal adds up to the weekly goal, the weekly to the monthly, and the monthly to the yearly. And if it's 2 or 3 years out, that's how you do it. Now beyond that, you got to keep yourself motivated and inspired throughout that. Keep that goal in front of you every day. You've heard me say, change all your passwords to something that inspires you and reminds you of that big goal that you have. Make sure that you're tripping over it or stumbling into it or running into it in every room. Do you have it written on the mirror or a post-it note on in your bathroom, somewhere where you're going to see it every day? Put a song on your alarm clock on your phone that, as your alarm goes off, it plays you a song or plays a clip from a movie or something that's going to remind you of that goal. Keep that goal in front of you every day, and then have a measuring stick of some kind, whether that be, for me, my goal was to qualify for a sales contest in Hawaii so that I could propose to my wife there. So I extended that trip. She didn't know it was to propose to her, but extended the trip, and then during that extension of the trip, I proposed. And the motivation to me was I wanted to do that in Hawaii, not somewhere else, right? It would have been okay if it was somewhere else, but that was the dream, that was the goal. I had the restaurant picked out. I made it really difficult if I didn't hit that goal, so also set some challenges for yourself if you don't hit the goal that you have to undo. Like I made reservations at the restaurant, I booked a car rental and a number of other excursions that if we didn't follow through and I didn't hit that sales goal, I wasn't going on the trip, I wasn't proposing there, and I was going to have to undo a whole bunch of stuff, which would have been really miserable. So I made it challenging for myself if I didn't hit that goal. And then the last thing I did was I had a jar, it was a very large jar, almost like a bucket, on my desk with a penny, or with hundreds of pennies in there. I knew exactly how many sales calls I need to make per day, and for every call that I made, I would take a penny out of that jar. And I knew exactly how many pennies I needed to take out to get to the bottom of that jar and how many calls I need to make in order to reach that goal. Break it down to the ridiculous so that your mind says that's not a big deal. We can do 4.4 ounces a day. We can do 1.92 pounds per week. And then keep yourself inspired on a daily basis. If you do this, the elephant doesn't look so big. It doesn't feel like such a crazy, outrageous goal, and you will hit it. If you hit the daily goal, the mountain doesn't seem so crazy if you just break it down to one step at a time. I'm Patrick Engasser, your Blind Spot Business Navigator, and remember, if I can do it, you can do it.